Okay, she's gonna tell us. She's gonna share, just to share successful stories with us, to share positive things with us, with you women. There, if you're a woman, if you feel you're a woman right there, I'm telling you right here, right now that you need to listen and talk to. I will say Pandora. If you're following her on Facebook, you are so lucky. If she have your numbers, you are so lucky because she will send you sweet messages.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, I'm telling you. Every single morning. And one day I responded. She said, "Oh, Tsapo, I've set this to send messages automatically." I said, "Ha, okay, that's great." But anyway, whatever you said here touched me and changed me to become a better person, because sometimes somebody send you this kind of messages to motivate you. It's like born now. It's like
now you're going through something and you need a pick up, as you're talking about being picked up.
You know what? One day whereby we'll be organizing a seminar for women and sitting there listening to powerful women who are strong, who have been in rough situations, who have been struggling so hard to uplift their lives, but they managed to do that. How did they do that? Okay, hey,
Amandla Wembogod.
Yeah. Welcome to Women's Month. Welcome to LXFM. Pandora Mabai.
Thank you so much, Sepo.
Are you good?
I am just, if you have to see me right now in studio, I'm just smiling.
I was about to say that.
I am just smiling.
I was so about to say that. Is this you all the time, all the day, every time, Jay?
You know what? One thing I've learned in life is that if you can't laugh about it and smile about it, it's just gonna steal your joy, your happiness.
It is.
And guess what? It's a choice that you make.
It is.
So if you're asking me if this is me every day, every time, this is Pandora. The greatest gift I have is my smile and my laughter, because it makes me happy and it makes everyone around me happy. I can see you guys are already smiling.
Yeah. Well, this is the energy that we keep in studio as well. Like, we always smiling, we always so bouncy and so happy. So we just as much as we feeling
the way she calls herself. She doesn't forget hashtag first lady of change.
Yes.
There must be change all the time.
Hello,
hi.
I'll start with that. Why do you call yourself first lady of change?
You see, firstly, I would like to thank you both, Ngease and Tsepo, for inviting me in this Women Month. It's an honor. I don't take it lightly. I am here to serve my people, and I am here to speak with the hope that the voice of Imbokodo, when it speaks, people's lives will be transformed. Mm-hmm. Coming to the First Lady of Change, we've got girls, we've got women, and we've got ladies. So you need to understand in which category do you fall in. And for me, I'm a lady in the way that I carry myself, in the way that I treat others with respect, and being a lady, in the journey that I've been through, I have learned in everything that I have been through that these are the most of the struggles that women go through, and some women do not get out of it. So how am I a lady? What am I going to do to ensure that another lady gets out of it? And that's where Pandora Mabai, First Lady of Change, was birthed.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after this short break, we'll just brief you on this topic.
Come to Poly Health at Alex Plaza. We are open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day, and we don't have queues.
I want to have Puti as well. Pandora, I know you can help. I need to have Puti for this month. Adi, ule ausi, ule entambazana, ule kutongore, so kulile, so umfazi. You need to listen to other women, other women who have went through toughness of this earth. They've been surviving a lot of things. You are now relying on a blesser. You can ask Pandora about that. You are now relying on somebody to feed you. You are now seeing other women driving big machines. Say,
And of course, this is the open conversation. You can simply call us on 011-440-1396 and just give us a call and speak to this amazing, full of energy woman in the room right now. And then our WhatsApp line also works, and it's 072-968-2194. That's our WhatsApp line. Then
all right.
It's an open one.
Pandora Mabai, we're talking about the women in leadership. But the right way of leading, how do we say women are in leadership? And then how do we say women are in control? How do we describe a woman who is successful?
People need to understand one thing first, is that success is not measured by the money that you have. That's not a measurement of success and leadership. When we speaking leadership, we need to understand that leaders are born to serve. Whether you are a president, whether you are a CEO of an organization, you are there to lead. You are there to serve others. You are there to play a certain role in ensuring that everyone else is fine. The minute we understand that leadership is about serving others, a wise man, Untate Bonang Mohale, something that I learned from this wise man, he was saying, when you're a leader, Pandora, you need to move from being important and be a person of significance. That's all. It's not about you being important. This thing is not about you. You see, there's a word that says, to whom much is given, from her much will be required. Which means when you are put in a leadership role, you are put for you to think of others more than yourself.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are saying, but what is the right way? Some people, they get into leadership, they think it's a matter of just being boss. It's not boss. Only if we understood that this is not about boss, but it is about bettering other people's lives in order for everyone to be fine. Utatu Mandela used to say, let's build a good nation for all. It's not just about an individual. So when you are leading, there are two very most important things. Your values, integrity. In fact, number 3 is also there, which is character. Those things are vital into good leadership. You cannot lead people without values, without integrity, and without a character.
Wow. So here I am leading a group of people, and we're working together towards a success of whatever project that we're in. Is it okay as a leader to be I?
The I's change for we. Because remember, without the people, there is no you. Without them doing what they're supposed to be doing in order for the vision to come to pass, then there's no vision. You see, you can run fast when you're running alone.
Yes.
But you run better when you're running in a group. So the we's gets to be changed to be, the I's, they get to be changed to be we, because this is our vision. It's no longer about you. The minute you have people on board, you need to remove yourself.
Pandora never understand who's the boss. They must know.
You see, a leader, you lead by example.
Yes.
You don't need the title.
Yes.
You don't need it, because then you are feeding your own ego.
Yes.
And you are trying to elevate. It's you actually have a low self-esteem. And you are trying to feed this thing in you, which is called low self-esteem, by you having power and being called boss. You see, leadership skills and a good leader's characters, they don't speak, the action speaks.
Louder.
That's where character comes in. Your character speaks for you. How you lead them, how you speak to them, how you take care of them will determine the good results of that project or of that vision.
Yeah. But then now, here's a woman standing there, dreaming of being a leader. They need to start leading themselves first. How do they lead themselves through this toughness of the township, through these challenges that they face, through this, every time and again they meet different boys, they meet different guys who are driving nice cars, challenging them, wanting to control them, wanting to adapt them to their lives. How does a woman who is independent there, or maybe who's trying to be independent, trying to become a better leader of herself first?
I like what you said coming out of the township. I'm a product of a township. I'm originally from Cape Town. I was born in Gugulethu. When I was younger, I did not see the journey that I'm on right now. But because there were values that were instilled in me, I was raised in a church, but it's got nothing to do with the church. It's got to do with the values that your parents are instilling in you. I could rise above the township mentality. It starts with you and your mind. I was always very talkative. I was always writing even when I was younger. And back home, they thought I was very loud. Like, you know how it is. They will tell you, Tula man yangola, yo kudala uthetha. You know, little did I know that that is who I am. And in the later years, that gift will actually make room for me in the world. But I kept writing. When I was told to keep quiet, I would write. So it starts with you as individual saying that, what do I want out of life? I know Alex FM belongs to the community of Alexandra Township here in Alex as we are here. There is a pocket of excellence that comes out of this township. And that's Boipilo, a young woman that I met last week, who was second princess for Miss South Africa. She's from Alex. How did she do it? That girl is well educated. She's only 23 years of age. How did she bypass the blessers? How did she bypass taking the easy way out? Because her mind was set on what she wanted. So what makes you different and think that it cannot be done? It's all in the mind. You first, transformation. I hear our government is speaking a lot about transformation. No, transformation is radical, so we don't understand, as Ntate Muhali said last week, that transformation on its own is radical. So what do we mean when we say radical transformation?
All right, after the radical news, we are going to continue our talk with Pandora Mabai. Well, in the meantime, while people are going to listen to the news, Pandora, how do they follow you on Facebook?
I am available on Facebook as Pandora Mabai, inspirational speaker. My Twitter handle at @pmabai, and then you can also find me on Instagram as Pandora Mabai. Thank you.
Then this is what is going Mokasida so. People balatela crowd. We have seen a teenage pregnancy. We have talked about it. We have seen we have seen them growing and then becoming young moms. How do we change this thing in a township? Because ukula this way, because this one ukule this way. Abusis Babo, they've been going there after Abu sugar daddies and stuff like that. Now they want to experience whatever they've been experiencing. How do we change?
One thing I've understood about growing in the township and teenage pregnancies and all of those things, I was raised in a township. I still maintain. I never experienced any of those things because what happens is that you need to understand first that you are an individual that is born with a purpose and you are unique. There is no other you. There's only one you.
Yes.
So who are you? You need to first remove yourself from the slavery mentality. Because eyoba uzixelele ba lo uyenzile nami ngizayenza, that is being foolish. Number one, you are being very foolish, because you have not sat down. You know, the best conversations people need to understand that you can ever have in life is a conversation with yourself. That's the greatest conversation and the best conversation ever. The minute you are able to converse with yourself and ask yourself certain questions, I always say your why of doing anything in life is very, very important. Why are you doing it? Everything has got its time. There is a say that goes by, there is a time for everything under the heavens. So you need to understand that rushing into the adulthood stage and wanting to do izinto zabantu abadala usemncinci, it's not going to do you any justice. Just take your life step by step. A baby, before they walk, they crawl. If it means you're going to crawl for you to get to where you need to be, crawl. It's okay, as long there is a movement. So to answer your question, Tsepo, identify who are you. Your identity and who you are to yourself, not to your mom, not to your dad, not to your husband, not to your boyfriend. Who are you? Once you understand who you are, have conversations with yourself. What do you want out of life? Number 3, why are you doing it? That should be able to determine where you're going to go with your life and how you will succeed in your life, in what you are born to be.
Wow.
And how soon was it for you to actually find out who you are and what you are really made out of?
You see, when you're raised in the way that I was raised by a very strict grandfather, you always itchy. You know, I understand what teenagers are going through. I can relate because I've been there. You know, you are itchy. You want to do the things that other people are doing, but for as long as you're under this roof of this person, which is your parents, you are unable to do so. So for me, when I came to Joburg, that's when I thought I was actually living, you know. Now I'm free, no family. But in my journey, I learned that, but this is not who I am. This is not what I want. And that was 2009 when I actually discovered who is Pandora and what does Pandora want. It came with accountability to myself. It came with responsibility of taking action, even if it does not taste good or does not look good, but everything comes with a sacrifice. But when I look back to where I am and how many people's lives have been impacted, I'm very happy. I smile every day, because this thing, it is not about us. It is about celebrating other human beings that have able to look up to you and to learn something from you.
Pandora, if you leave the room right now, what would you like us to remember you by?
If I had to die right now,
Yeah.
Pandora lived to bring change into the lives of people in this world. My heart is for change. My heart is, when the word change means so many things. Change in every area of your life. Change. And that change starts with the mind. The writings that I write, it's not about me. It's for me to serve others, to transform their mind. Because what you read and where you spend your time the most, what you watch, it becomes a seed in you. Hence people, you would find them that they want to become soapy actress and actors, because that's where they spend most of their time. They're always watching soapies. So I live for change, and I'm seeing change.
What would you say to Pandora at 16?
At 16 years of age?
Yeah, that young Pandora, 16.
I wish you had met the Pandora that you are meeting today, maybe as a teenager you would have learned a thing or two from her, and you would have not made the mistakes that you have made. But I don't regret anything in my life. It had to happen that way.
Yeah.
But as a 16-year-old,
Yeah.
I wish I had met Pandora.
Yeah.
Yes, the Pandora that I see. I wish I had met this woman that Pandora has become today.
Now, Pandora, if you can leave a message now to that young girl or that lady there, somebody gave up in life. Economy degree I'm told him 70. Since you were pregnant, I'm told him 70. My life is stuck. There's a teenager right now sitting there saying, we are fine now. Umama kasebenzi manje uzenzani. Steve uzonanekela. Stuff like that.
Yes.
What can you tell that lady who's sitting there, that lady who's walking right now, or who's driving around with that man, with that particular person, who want to achieve something, who's having a big dream?
You know what I love about being a woman? Being a woman, you've got the power to say yes or to say no.
Mm-hmm.
Women don't understand that. There was a post last week about you can't date a married man. And speaking of Abosipo, what exactly you're talking about. And I commented on it and I said, no, you can't date a married man because it already belongs to someone else. All you will ever be is a mistress by choice. And then someone said, nothing, no. I choose not to agree. Because you still have the ball in your court to say no.
No.
So as a young girl sitting at home, you are able to look at Sipho in the eye, who is offering you that weave or that bag, whatever he's bringing to you at that moment. You are able to look at Sipho to say, you know what, Sipho? I don't want you to do it for me. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do it. And you need to be confident enough you need to believe in what you're saying. You know, I thank you for your offer, but I am not that woman. Watch me. I'm going to do this not to prove a point to you, but I'm going to do it to show you what a woman of integrity is. And you are able to walk away and say, you know what? He's nudging something that I am already. All I have to do is to work for it. Working for it. Women, it's important to get educated. Education is the key. It is given to you to position you to a mission that is ahead of you. In anything that you want to be, you cannot do it without education. Yes, you've got the vision. Yes, you've got the drive. But it positions you for the mission that is ahead.
Yeah.
And keep being a woman of integrity.
That Steve of mine has bought me the Brazilian hair. I've never had that in my life. My parents couldn't afford that. My parents can't afford my pocket money as we speak. My daughter.
You know what, baby? I'm having problems with my wife. We're about to divorce. So, what?
Stuff like that. Oh.
What?
You know what? When I discovered Pandora, I started falling in love with Pandora as an African. I am beautiful. I am not my hair. I am not my hips and my behind. I am a woman of integrity. The minute you remove the things, because these are just things, the cars, the hairs, the bag, these are just things. They do not define who you are. They do not put you on a rank of a woman who's making a difference in the world. It can never, ever define who you are. So be content with who you are.
Are we seeing Pandora yenza poetry anytime soon?
I never thought of poetry.
You are so powerful. You are so powerful. You play around with words, and I'm looking at you right now and I'm like, this woman.
Poetry, I never thought about it. I love writing.
I think you and poetry are just Monwana lele nalo. Yeah.
Oh, nicho ngesotho.
Yes.
Umuntu
Umino nezipho.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, ndiyaniva ke uba ngizamuthini. I've never thought about it, but one thing I know is that I love writing. I think I'll write until my last day on earth. I'll keep writing and writing because everything, it started with scrolls back in the days. Anything that is there, it is there for a reason. If it's on paper, no one can take it away from you. Instead, whoever reads it, their lives are changed. When I write to feed the souls of people.
I did foresee it, and I know she's gonna go for it. And let her come back and say, "Yeah, so you will."
Oh, yeah, prophet.
You are such a prophet.
Oh, yeah, prophet.
You are such a prophet.
Well,
Swami, oh
we
gosh,
really
I
appreciate
really feel
your time for spending with us. Actually,
It's always good. For me, it's all about serving others. Any opportunity that I'm given to come and be on mass marketing, I jump in, I become excited.
I know you.
Because there's someone who's going to be listening and their lives will never be the same, even if I don't get to see them. You know, even if I don't see them, but the fact that there is a life that has been touched, there's a life that has been changed, that is transformation.
Hello.
Once more time, just give us the follow up. Where do we follow you on social media again?
For Facebook, you can like my page, Pandora Mabai, Inspirational Speaker. I am available on my Twitter handle at @pmabai. Then you can also follow me on Instagram, Pandora Mabai.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Pandora Mabai, the powerful woman. The powerful woman. You wanna say something about the event on First Fontaine?
Yo.
Bekugcwele.
Bangabakhange uye to the Ibunoko Holdings business seminar kleveki phelileyo. Ndiyacela torho next time ungaphoswa kuba uphosiwe.
Phosiwe go. Yo, phosiwe sisiwami ndiyakuxelela.
Andiyalithanda ulwimi lam shame.
All right, this is how we say goodbye to Pandora Mabai rather. I believe we bare motho le mongwe o itjela ka mkhwa itjela ngateng. Mona le tsebe o kwele simply saying if you've got an ear, it means you heard.
That's true.
Right.